Hi everyone, my name is Vasudha. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about three of the most important books on technological minimalism, and I will also discuss how to reduce our dependence on electronic gadgets. So let's dive in. The first book that we must read in order to understand technological minimalism is by Jenny Odell, and it's called How to Do Nothing: Resisting the Attention Economy. This book is a critique of capitalism and social media. There's a term for it which is called techno-determinism, and she has discussed about how technology is determining everything that we do in our lives. And she has also made a case for digital detox, why we must digitally detox ourselves and how we must do that. So in this book you will find the whole meaning of the term, what it is to do nothing, what doing nothing means, and how we can do nothing and still achieve something out of it. This book talks about how to use technology to our advantage, and the author has taken examples from history, art, politics, and philosophy to make her points convincingly clear. And in this book, she talks about how capitalism is actually using technology to gain our attention, and how new devices and new gadgets, and especially new apps like in social media, are grabbing our attention and we are easily giving into that. So, this book is a brilliant critique of the capitalist economy, which she has also called attention economy, that it keeps asking for more and more attention from us, and that's how the developers of these apps and these gadgets are benefiting the most. The next book is Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. In this book, the author takes digital minimalism to another level. He argues that just digital detox is not sufficient because these are just temporary hacks. And what we need is a full blown philosophy on why we need to use technology. We need a complete understanding about the purpose for which we are using technology and the gadgets. The author has given an excellent account of the disadvantages of using technology without an intended purpose, and even the use, or rather the abuse, of social media. And in particular, he has talked about how Facebook has specifically come to dominate our lives, what are its hidden motives which are no longer hidden, and he also talks about how to digitally de-addict ourselves. The third book here is not exactly on technological minimalism. It's a book called The Four: The Hidden DNA of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google by Scott Galloway. Now, this book is actually a revelation of the hidden motives and functioning of the top four multinational corporations in the world today, and how these four giant MNCs have come to control practically every area of our lives, and the ever increasing power of these MNCs over the lives of billions of people around the world. This book is actually a case study of all these 4 different companies, and each chapter is so well researched. In fact, Scott Galloway has worked with some of these companies himself, so he's kind of an insider trying to share his own experiences, and he has a lot of insights about these companies. So this comes from a very reliable, credible source, and once you start reading these books, you will understand the deep root these MNCs have taken in our lives, and what are their secrets, how they work, how they try to control the lives of the people, how they even try to make them addicts to their own products and their own services that they are providing. And it will not only make you feel creepy, but you will automatically want to technologically detox yourself, and you would want to maintain distance from these tools and apps and gadgets on your own. So these 3 books are going to immensely help you to first of all understand the nature of the digital world that we are living in. These 3 books will give you an extremely good understanding of how these MNCs, which are creating these apps and these gadgets, these devices for us to use, are actually indirectly controlling every area of our life, and in return they are becoming more and more powerful, and they are taking over our lives in ways that we can't even imagine. So, technological overload, if I can say, has become a common problem with not just the kids but also with the grown ups. So, many a times we grapple with limiting the screen time of children, but it is becoming a bigger challenge to limit the screen time of us grown ups. Part of the problem is that these phones and these gadgets and the apps are so addictive, and another part of the problem is that they are easy to access. So the internet data, for example, is available at affordable prices. So this makes the whole game, the whole system of technology like a trap from which it becomes very difficult for us to escape. And for that matter, we have become so dependent on the phones that they are now like an extended body part. We even carry our phones to the restrooms. So in this segment, we'll discuss how we can de-addict ourselves digitally and how we can become a technological minimalist. So first and foremost, fix a specified time during the day to use your gadgets, whether it's your phone or your tablet, your iPads, and especially with phones, make sure that you share your contact numbers sparingly. If possible, take 2 different numbers for your phone. One could be for your work and the other could be for your personal use. And when you are checking social media on your phone, because your phone is the most easily accessed gadget, fixing a time will help you in reducing your time wastage. When you fix a time during the day, let's say 10 minutes after your morning tea, or 10 minutes after your lunch time, or 10 minutes during the evening maybe, this will make for good 30 minutes or 40 minutes of your time during the entire day which you have spent on social media alone. And 10 minutes may seem too less because we are used to spending hours, and having fixed time slots during the day prevents you from wandering and getting lost in the jungle of social media. And that's where minimalism comes in, that we need to focus our energy, time, and our other resources on things that really matter. If you have seen my previous video, you will know what minimalism is, and Minimalism also teaches us to incorporate more mindful activities. So instead of reaching out to your phone first thing in the morning, try and incorporate some mindful activity to begin your day. It could be simply taking a walk, or starting your day with a prayer, or even sipping tea, but not touching your phone first thing in the morning will help you slowly de-addict yourself from technological overdependence. Another way to minimize your use of these gadgets is to actually try and change your internet plans. If you have a postpaid connection of internet on your phone, try making it a prepaid connection. If that's not possible, try choosing a limited Wi-Fi plan for your home internet. Or if even that is not possible, then at least you can try to limit your internet usage personally by either switching off your internet or Wi-Fi on your phone, or having no internet time zones during the day. So for 1 hour in the morning or 2 hours in the night, or soon after you are in the bed at night, just switch off your internet. You don't need your internet when you are sleeping especially. And even during the day, try experimenting with reducing your internet use. Another helpful way of becoming a technological minimalist is by adopting at least one non-virtual leisure activity daily in your life for a fixed period of time. It could be reading, it could be any self-care practice, it could be going for a walk, it could be just sitting idle and doing nothing, like one of the authors of the books that I have just mentioned talks about, or spending time in solitude, which even Cal Newport talks about in his book Digital Minimalism. So, doing something for a fixed period of time every day will take your attention away from the digital media. It will take your attention away from your gadgets, whether it's your television, whether it's your phone. It will help you to focus on things which are not digital. Likewise, we find ourselves being glued to television, and we indulge in binge watching on Netflix, on Amazon Prime, or even Disney Hotstar. So, the best way to come out of that addiction or binge watching is by fixing a time during the day, either after your dinner or any time during the day when you find it convenient to watch television, but for a fixed amount of time. And avoid the temptation of reaching out for the remote control. Hide it in a drawer or keep it away from your sight so that you are not tempted to grab it every few minutes just to check the news or just to watch some trailer of a new movie that has come up. And another way to minimize your screen time and your dependence on television is by subscribing to only one or two of these apps, and not to the whole range of these apps which will keep you glued for hours on end. And lastly, in order to avoid gadget abuse, you must make conscious efforts of having real social interactions. You can try and make time for your family members, and based on mutual convenience, you all can come together and have mini get togethers over tea or play some board games together. So instead of mindlessly browsing through Facebook or Instagram, you can actually make real connections with real people. And also, instead of clicking a like on Facebook on your friend's post of her wedding or having a baby, make some time take a few minutes and call them up. Or you could even join some book clubs, or you could join some local organizations, some NGOs in your area which are working for any social cause, be it environment or child rights or anything that interests you, and that will help to build more real connections and even serve our society. So deliberate offline interactions are any day better than random mindless online interactions. The books that I have talked about in the beginning also emphasize on replacing the low quality social interactions which we often do online through social media accounts, must be replaced with high quality social interactions and pursuits. So, technological minimalism helps us to take away our attention from our gadgets and reduces our dependence on the millions of websites and apps and so many gadgets, including televisions, phones, and iPads and tablets, and to divert our resources, our time, money, and energy into something which is more meaningful and more significant in our lives. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also share your thoughts on technological minimalism. And if you have read these books, then please comment. Until next video, thank you and bye.